Hello, my name is Rich Howard, owner of Architectural Builder Supply, and this video is to bring you a closer look at the Rockwood. This is their part number BF159-630. This is a piece of substantial stainless steel. This is a BF159. That means that it's going to be a barrier-free door pull, and that it's going to be offset. So it's barrier-free in the sense that the dimensions permit that sort of classification. It's offset from the face of the door. It's 18-inch center to center, and that's the 159. And if I measure the center to center of this pole, it's indeed 18-inch. Try to gauge that on the camera here a bit, but the fact that it's 6.4 pounds makes it a bit heavy to do so. Yeah, 18-inch. Then it's 1-inch diameter, so that means it's 19-inch overall. It's going to have a clearance of 2.5 inch, and that's where the ability to call it BF comes into play. So from the face of the door to the inside of the pull handle, probably going to be a bit difficult to really judge on the camera, but that's 2.5 inch, so therefore it's going to be 3.5 inch overall. So what I'm saying is from the face of the door to the inside face of the handle is 2.5. Out here is going to be 3.5. 630, that means two things. It means it's solid stainless. This is a bar of stainless steel that has been worked, bent, and machined. It's been bent, machined, and then brushed to give it a number 4 type brushed satin finish. Solid stainless with a brushed finish is the most durable of all finishes. Absolutely, of natural finishes. There is no finish more durable than that. Now, the mount type that this client selected is the type 17 HD. And what that means is there is an option to select a pull mounting type, the mounting type. That is defined on the right-hand side. On the right-hand side, a link below this video called Mounting Options, and that will define for us the type 17. It shows the 17, but this client did an HD. The only difference between a 17 or a 17 HD is the diameter of the bolts. It'll go from 1/4 inch to 5/16. This is a type 17, so that means it's a surface-concealed double-head cone bolt. So what you'll do is you will literally drill and tap the face of your door, install your cone bolt down, bring your pull, show it to you this way, down over. It'll sit right inside of there. Sorry, should have just simply removed the bolt from the package. I was being lazy. It'll simply sit down in there. Sometimes I find when they drill and tap these holes, it's a little flared out with some shards of metal hanging out. So sometimes you kind of just got to clean that out or tap it down, whatever the case is. Well, that will sit like that, basically. Then you're going to run your 2 set screws right in here, which are included. Now, the advantage of a Type 17 mount is that you don't see any bolts through the door at all. That's substantially advantageous. The downside is that you are drilling and tapping to something that may or may not be properly reinforced. And if you're putting this down onto a piece of aluminum, might be okay. Because aluminum's certainly thicker than a piece of 18-gauge steel or even 16-gauge steel. But if it's not reinforced, I would just urge you not to install it in a surface concealed at all, and that through bolting would be the only solid way to actually install the item. And you can do a Type 12 mount, which would give you a decorative through bolt cap. So be mindful. If you're doing a Type 17, it's understood that you are properly reinforced to do the installation. HD is always a good idea in every instance, unless, of course, this is for visual decorative purposes only. Do an HD mount. The clients that I have that are restaurants and places of that sort of high volume, abusive or vandalistic type behavior, they're snapping 1/4-20 bolts constantly. So we'll start new projects at 5/16 or even 3/8 when we can. I don't see any 3/8 models here at all, but you can do. That's actually this mounting option page is incorrect because you can do a Type 1X HD, and therefore you should be able to do a Type 12X HD where it will go to 3/8 diameter. That's a really huge bolt. But there are other manufacturers who don't even delve into 1/4 20 sizes because it's just too small. This is a very large piece of hardware that you're going to be able to really pull on. So you're going to need a pretty strong bolt. This is probably just relatively low-grade steel that this is made of. It's not going to be made of grade 9 material that has sheer, force resistance measured in 200,000 pound range. Why would you need an 18-inch? Because the 12-inch, the 10-inch, the 8-inch, those are going to be far more common. Well, what if I had 8-foot doors? I sure wouldn't want a squeaky little, 8-inch pull on my 8-foot tall aluminum door. And I would probably go with something larger like this. You might also go with something like this if it's not just simply the door height so that it's, within proportion, but it might be a look that you're trying to achieve. That looks very attractive, that larger pull. It just, in my opinion, it just simply does. Offset's a great idea. What people find is when they don't order the offset pull and it's just a D-shaped pull, they got a lock cylinder right here. So if you've got any locking hardware inside of here, go with an offset pull. If it's barrier-free, great. But you'll want to certainly offset the pull. I have people a couple times a year order a bunch of pulls and I can't turn the key on my cylinder and there's really nothing to be done other than order new pulls. Now, the BF159 is going to be available in all of the common type finishes and base materials. It can be done in aluminum. It can be done in brass or bronze, and it can obviously be done in stainless steel. You're going to be able to do this material in any of the finishes that the base materials will permit. Satin and polished, anodized, oil rubbed. Your nickels, your bronze, your brasses, your chromes, all of that can be done. Being Rockwood, they all but encourage you to request a special finish. If you want antique nickel on this, they can do that. You want powder coated? They can do that as well. The powder coat black is the new polished brass, from what I can tell. Finally, there's a link below this video to the manufacturer's page where you can pull up not only all of the Rockwood products that we sell, but also a link to the manufacturer's website, as well as a link to the full product catalog. I'm quite partial to Rockwood, and it's because trim and auxiliary hardware is a category of hardware that is how you finish your door opening. It's how you're going to make that beautiful door end up looking and functioning at the end. And Rockwood does a great job at providing material with exceptional fit and finish, exceptional value, exceptional customer service, technical support, and absolutely reliable and predictable shipping lead times. They rarely have a slip in terms of the manufacturing process, and their process of being so predictable and reliable is to be studied and emulated as far as I'm concerned. If you have any questions on the Rockwood BF159-630 or any other Rockwood product, please feel free to reach out to us. And thank you.